apparently Steel does.
And
yeah.
we're live.
Hello.
What the fuck is up, Johnny?
Apparently milk doesn't.
What
have,
up? It's Pathfinder Ponyfinder. I fucked it up.
Apparently milk doesn't have vision.
Oh, okay. Let me reset the lighting once again.
He apparently also doesn't have a voice.
Yeah.
Did we start recording?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up, Everpony?
There we go.
There. That's who we were missing.
Yeah, it didn't feel right without you. Is there? It's like
Yeah. It was like what? What?
What's happened now?
I had to get a popsicle. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Can you see now?
Negative. It's still black. I can see everyone's cursors on the screen, but everything's black.
Okay, Milkfist has to be special. Hold on 1 second. Can you?
Yeah, don't choke on that popsicle.
Can you see now?
I can see myself. Just myself. That was it. Okay, now that's gone.
Okay. You might need to refresh.
All right.
Okay, refreshing.
Just Milkfist, or not the rest of you.
Oh.
So it's like the black void.
So.
It's not on purpose.
So you can see. You can only see a black void.
Oh, okay.
I'm the only one who can apparently see anything.
Well, no, Burnt could see it earlier.
Yeah, I was able to see earlier. I didn't see a ship.
No, there's no ship or anything. It's just the background.
Oh, okay, that was my bad.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops.
Yep. Classic me. The only one seeing nothing.
No.
I mean, at least loading back in isn't too bad.
Yeah, try refresh and see if that works. If all you can see is black.
Oh, that wasn't on purpose. Okay, I thought that was on purpose.
No, you're meant. There's actually meant to be an image in the background.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in a winter wonderland.
Not quite.
Minus.
To me. It's like, oh, we can visit Santa.
Minus on the Wonderland part.
There is no Santa.
This isn't the Tails game, Dustin.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm still loading into the gray screen, but I am loading in.
Okay. Hopefully
Same.
Get in, you see something.
Alright.
Well. It's in complete black. Well, it's in grey at the moment. It should be okay. If you get black again, let me know. That's probably going to be the bit of the worst thing. So, if you remember last session, you guys travelled through the weird sort of felt vortex-esque type thing. And when you re-emerge, you're definitely somewhere different. You don't see the Stag Lord coming towards you, his mouth slowly splitting open, ready to try and engulf you all, nor the storms that are raging around, or were raging around. You're somewhere where it feels a bit more peaceful. You can see the sky above, though the keen-eyed Burnt will definitely be able to tell that the stars don't seem right. And it is fairly cloudy around you. You're not able to make out anything feature-wise below you or around you. But there's an odd sense of calm here.
We're in the Frozen in Feywild. I say that out of character, by the way.
And,
is the feeling reminiscent to the Sun Queen's realm?
No, it is not.
Okay, so it's definitely not a god realm.
Yeah.
Swift Gadget suddenly calls out, the ship's doing something odd.
Yep. Alexander, I will look to the ship's control, I guess.
Burned will as well.
You're seeing loads of like ruminant words, letters anyway, coming up on screen. Burnt, I believe you can speak or read ruminant at least anyway.
I can read ruminant. Yes, I haven't had a chance to learn it because
Yeah.
we don't know where to learn it from.
So it's a string of numbers, as best you can tell, and the odd letter spattered around. But it goes very quick. By the time you actually get to the control panel, what it's done is already there. And if you look at it, the string of numbers is something like 32, 63, 33, 37, E, that sort of thing. It doesn't really make any sense to you, other than the numbers don't seem to be counting up, down, or doing any logical pattern that you can determine.
Aren't those the robot designations? Like E followed by a number?
The number is the letters are mixed in within the text, and it's just one long continuous sort of thing. There's no space or anything like that.
It's like your cat stepped on the keyboard, and
In a sense, but there's
Yeah.
clearly it's not just like one number held down. It is different numbers and letters, but there are similar sort of things. All of a sudden, then you feel the ship starting to move forward, and the captain goes, "I didn't do that."
Burned is going to. He's gonna look ahead. Is there anything? I'm trying to find the right word for this. It's not noticeable, but is there anything opening up in like the ground or in like there are mountain ranges? I'm gonna guess, right?
No, you can't see any mountain ranges or anything. You're just seeing clouds around you. The only thing ahead is just a big white fluffy cloud at the moment, and you're heading towards it.
Huh. Stay on guard, everyone. I don't know what we're going into, but we need to be ready just in case.
Alexander, I will.
We need to do a head count first. See who's died and who's still here.
As you guys are starting to do that, the Swift gadget goes. He's been tapping the control panels the whole time. I can't control the ship. It's doing this on its own.
Well, I don't think there's anything we can do at the moment aside from let whatever's going on happen. We have to do. Sorry.
No, we need control of the situation. Captain, can you determine where we've been teleported to?
The system calls this place Sanctuary. That's the only reference I've got.
Can I roll knowledge planes?
You can.
Milk will roll to assist.
No, you can make your own roll because it's based on your own knowledge.
Okay.
Should have been blind, but I'll let you off.
I did blind it.
Oh, did you? Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I think some of the modules haven't loaded up because it normally tells me it's blind at the top, but it's just a
Yeah,
different colour.
I don't see any rolls.
That's fine. Okay, they are blind. It's very difficult to determine where you are. You're definitely not within Everglow, the material plane anymore. But you've entered in the big cloud. It is fairly thick. Basically, it kind of feels foggy. But you kind of like burst out the other side, and you get a better view of what you can see in front of you, similar to what you're seeing now. And for both Burnt and Milk Thistle, you can determine that you are on the ethereal plane. Ethereal plane, I think it's probably more pronounced. I'll put it in chat.
Yeah.
So you.
All right, Milk Thistle will share that with everyone on board the ship. We've been teleported to the ethereal plane, and according to the ship, it's a place called Sanctuary. So wherever we are, it's familiar to the ship and its builders.
Yeah.
Well. So we're going to be okay. Calls out to Swift Gadget, still trying to, do something with the control panel.
We'll be okay once you figure out how to get us back to the material plane.
Well, I might have to stop pulling things apart. She says, still tapping the control panel furiously because it's just not responding. Hold on, I need to go and get my tools. And she flies down and obviously heads below deck.
Can I examine one of the cannons?
You can. So
Okay.
the cannon no longer looks like your ordinary cannon. It's more fixed to the deck, and where it would, most cannons when you fire on them, they pull backwards and stuff. There's nothing like that. Though you think it looks like the cannon can be moved, kind of swiveled on the spot. But you're not seeing anywhere where you would light a fuse or anything like that. And it's got almost a control panel like thing on it, similar to what Swift Gadget has for flying the ship.
I just I tap the control panel.
Yep, you tap it. Nothing happens.
Bernd is gonna go up to the control panel. He's gonna examine it.
Which control panel?
We'll go to the control panel that Swift Gadget's trying to get control of the ship over.
Yeah, the main one on
yeah.
the top deck.
Yeah, he's gonna examine it, see if anything is popping up. Aside from Sanctuary, does it look like he's able to scroll through like text or anything on it?
No, there's nothing like that. You can still see the string of like the numbers and randomly scattering letters. That's still on there. The rest of the control panel is obviously still dedicated to giving you the readouts of the ship, telling you what the ship is currently doing. You know its heading, you know its speed. I would say there's the compass isn't giving you a reading at the moment. Clearly, because it obviously doesn't work in other planes.
So it's like the compass. English, I could do this. Is spinning around.
No, because
okay.
it's not actually a magnet. It's more to do with because it's a digital screen. You still got the compass symbol, but it's just not indicating where north is. But you still have the ship in the center of it, and you have the numbers around the outside of it, which tells you it's the bearing of it, and you can at least work out the bearing your ship's heading in based upon itself, but you can't tell if it's heading north, south, east, west, or anything like that.
Okay, I get it. Can I use intelligence to see if I can make heads or tails of the numbers?
You can attempt.
Do you want this to be blind or public?
Make it blind. No, you can make it public, to be honest.
Doesn't Ben have a -2? No, you have a +2.
No, he has a +2.
You squint at it hard. It's. I'll give you the. Did I close? Hold on. I did have the full text, but I lost it. 1 second.
It's alright.
Go.
Yeah, Alexander's just going to head to the front of the ship, looking outwards to.
No, I don't want that one. That's fine. I do this. second. Almost done. That convert. Right. The full text you see is this. Probably should have put that in ruminant, but never mind.
It's alright.
But that's literally what all the full text is.
Alright. Crap. Out of character. I know this is some sort of cipher. Like, out of character, I know that.
With that intelligence, it's not any obvious cipher that you can work out.
Well, I can't make anything out of all these numbers and the occasional letter, but we should definitely do a head count, prepare ourselves, while Swift Gadget tries to get the ship under control.
The head count's already been going underway while you guys have been sorting stuff out, because obviously you mentioned it before. No additional people are missing other than the ones you knew from the fight, which I believe was 2 or 3 individuals who were lost during the battle.
I think it was 3.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. That was those 3. Two got dragged off the ship by demons, and 1 got flew off the ship.
Is Steel Prism alive? Does he still have the Heart of Everglow?
He is still alive, and he will confirm he still has the heart.
Hey, Steel, I just had a thought. Burned says as he approaches. Check the heart. See if it's resonating anything in the ethereal plane.
He will bring out the heart and hold it up and look at it and goes, I mean, it still looks like it's behaving normally, but you would need to use detect magic to determine anything more.
Alright, Milk Thistle, can I see the goggles, please?
Wishful Pen goes, I can detect magic without you resorting to them probing your brain. Do you
Fair enough.
detect magic from a distance and say that it's not looking any different to what it has done in the past? Still the same sort of aura, same sort of strength, but otherwise appears normal.
Alright, Milk Thistle's gonna go below deck and check on Katarina.
I think everyone's on top deck at the moment, given the strangeness of all what's going on. But Katarina does seem a bit quiet and removed from most people at the moment.
Milk Thistle approaches him. Katarina, how are you after the battle?
I am unhurt. Physically.
But emotionally, mentally, how are you?
I am questioning many things.
I've no doubt of that. You see now who your mother has aligned herself with.
I knew of the creature, but she didn't tell me what I was. Why wouldn't she tell me that?
I'm sure she had her reasons, but as far as the validity of those reasons, that's yet to be determined.
I will have to ask her next time I can talk.
But I do believe it's important to bear witness to how deceitful the creature was toward your mother. Despite promises made, you were not protected in any way. You would have died as easily as the rest of us had we not protected you.
I do not know. on that side of things. I mean, I was unhurt in the fight, but I don't know if that was how things were, or any protection. I wasn't really thinking of that at the time.
Open
My
your
mind-
eyes, Katarina.
My mind.
You've been.
Sorry.
Open your eyes, Katarina. You've been deceived from the very beginning. Even about your very own nature, which is probably the thing that you should understand the most, that being yourself. That beast would have ripped this ship apart and killed every soul upon it, which is the exact intent he has for all of the lands of Astaroth, which is why we must stand together against him.
I need to talk to my mother. There's much I need to ask her.
And perhaps tonight I will speak to my mother and we will come together over tea as before.
Perhaps.
In the meantime, you are safe with us. We are watching out for you.
Swift's gadget will reappear with a sizable toolkit, which will fly up on deck and basically just roll it out. And there's all sorts of strange-looking tools that she can make use of.
Captain, are you sure this is wise?
I've taken it apart before. I can put it back together.
Yes, but you've never taken it apart in its current state before. The very nature of this ship being able to teleport us here is quite different from the steel and wood you've worked with before.
True. But well, you want control back, don't you?
Yes, but I believe understanding the ship is what we should focus on. Just ask that you exercise clarity and be careful.
I'm always careful with taking things apart. I mean, I very rarely have anything left over when I put it back together.
Hope this will let it work then.
People can roll me perception.
Okay.
Perception. One moment.
Is it blind or just...
Yeah, you can do it public.
Okay.
Alright, let me go here.
Because it's more of a matter of when.
I should have raised my perception last time.
Alright,
That's fine. I mean, Milkfistle is your perception monkey.
Mm-hmm. With his insane 27 to...
Yep. It's literally when that's why a lot of the time I just go, Milkfistle notices, because he will be the first one to notice.
It is his highest level skill.
So you actually notice Milkfistle fairly early on. In the far distance, you notice like a bright pinprick, almost like somebody's got like a torch shining directly at you in a far distance type of effect. It catches your eye, and you watch it for a few moments, and you can distinctly tell, very slowly, it's getting larger. And that is the direction the ship is pointing in. You can see two of them.
Is it one of those relativity things where I can't tell if it's coming toward us or we're going toward it?
At the moment, yeah, you're not able to tell. The distance is too far. You noticed it that early. You can't really tell.
Milkfistle will still call that out. There's a line in the distance. We're moving towards it.
Well, looks like we found our port.
Hmm. Can I roll knowledge local to see if I heard any rumors about this?
No, because you're not anywhere local anymore.
Okay, how about knowledge planes?
You can attempt that, yes.
You know
Okay.
what? I will attempt that as well. It's like, I might as well.
As the saying goes, you're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
Neither of you.
Candice. You know,
Neither of you
first.
have any idea.
Okay.
Huh. Can't say I know what that is. Best be on guard.
Milkfist, you do notice after the short bit that's been going on that the lights are getting larger. They're getting quicker. They're getting larger faster than you would have thought would be possible, given your speed.
So, given that we're on the ethereal plane, we're still material beings, correct?
Correct.
Do I get the sense of anything like temperature, wind movement, anything like that pressing against me? Or do we seem to be still?
No, there doesn't seem to be any wind movement or anything like that.
Okay. Well, he still calls out the lights are approaching very quickly now.
Okay.
We need to be at the ready.
Right.
I just actually start like thinkily fiddling with like the controls on the like the cannon. That when I heard that.
You stopped. You stop fiddling
Like,
with
actually, like-
controls. After a few mounts of pressing, a box opens up with like red and strange symbols, but that's it.
Strange symbols. What do symbols look like?
They are circles with three circles in a line which are linked. A bit like what is it? You know, like similar to what the Olympic rings are, but like on top of each other. So
Okay.
that sort of linked. Milk Thistle, a little bit more
Yes.
time has passed, and you are able to make it out a lot. You can actually make out features now. They look like ships, very similar ships to the ones you are currently stood on.
There are ships approaching.
Ah, shit.
I
does
actually like stop like fiddling in with like the cannon.
Does anyone have a spyglass?
I do not.
I've got one. Calls out Swift Gadget as she kind of like pulls it out of her pocket and holds it waving up as she's still trying to pull off the bottom of the control panel.
Milk Thistle rushes over, grabs the spyglass, and looks towards the ship. He's specifically looking to see if there are any bodies on the ships approaching.
You do see creatures moving around on the deck. They seem to be taking up positions along the side of them. Currently, the distance, you're not able to make out full features, but you think they might look quadrupedal rather than bipedal.
Are they ruminant-shaped creatures?
It's hard to tell, given the fact that there's no clear indication of horns or anything like that, but doesn't mean that they might not be ruminant-shaped or pony-shaped or something with those sort of builds.
All right, Milk Thistle is going to call out to the captain. Captain, the ships are fast approaching. They do have bodies on board. I can't make out who it is. Do we have a flag that symbolizes we're peaceful but we're not surrendering?
No. I mean, the white flag's pretty much the only thing you've got. And unless you guys got a white flag, I suggest somebody who's got clean underwear pulls it off and starts waving it.
Underwear.
We have prestidigitation. Let's grab a nice bolt of cloth and raise it up to the top.
You see that a flag gets raised. The ships are coming almost on top of you now. You can actually see they're taking positions slightly higher up from yourself, and they look to have one coming to each side of your ship.
All right,
Hopefully they're friendly.
Uh-huh.
Alexandrite will lean over the rail into one of the ships. Hello there!
When it got close enough, you no longer saw any signs of movement on there. Almost like they are either hiding or keeping out of sight. So you weren't able to get a better look at the milk vessel. The ship comes to a stop. So does the other two. Like I said, higher position. So you can't see onto the deck, and it's not like only slightly higher. It's actually quite a bit higher. You stop. You hear a voice. It speaks in whichever language you personally feel is your preferred language.
Is this in our heads or auditory?
Auditory.
Okay, so speaking Infernal.
Yep. If that is your preferred language, that is what it's speaking. Lower your weapons. You're about to be boarded.
Alexandrite will drop his weapon.
Burned will set his weapon on the deck.
Seeing actually like not much options, Metsu will apply, obey.
There is as you guys drop your weapons, you suddenly see movement from the top of the ships, and you see metallic figures suddenly all line each side of the ship. They seem to be holding strange devices that are giving off an odd glow to them, and they're all pointing whatever they're holding down towards you guys. A few moments later, one of the sides of the vessels, the panel of it actually slides open, and a energy field comes out, connecting the doorway that's opened in the side of the ship down to your deck. And you see a ruminant walking down, clearly in some sort of uniform. So obviously has some, you would say, sort of has a military-esque look to it, though not like, very harsh military. It has odd themes in it, but it's also quite a natural, very nature-esque look to it.
A question. What's a ruminant again?
They look like deer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, deer people. Gotcha.
Yeah.
The Stag Lord and Hint of Winter, who gave us the mythic powers that we have, they were both ruminant gods, so they had the.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Alexandrite will walk up to this ruminant.
Oh, they're on their way down to you actually. They're walking down the energy field to your ship.
Okay.
It's basically, Alexandra and Burned will be there to meet them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's into where the ruminant will land, basically.
Yeah. To give you an idea what they look like, that should hopefully go.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Open up for everybody.
That looks awesome.
more naturey than I thought it would look.
Yeah. He comes down and goes. You'll be held and questioned once we arrive.
We intend to comply with every order.
Alexander will nod.
Burned will also nodded.
How do we know? Oh, you want to kill us on the spot?
If we want
Because they would have done so already.
there is a smart one among you.
No, I mean. He basically roasted over you.
What? Except for Milk
They're-
Thistle.
You were a part of all you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're to put it simply, we were unwelcome guests here, so we are being detained and likely brought to their commander to be questioned.
You are to remain on your vessel. Do not attempt to leave it. Do not attempt any hostilities. He gestures up towards the creatures with the weapons. They are programmed to attack at any sign of hostility. And should there be any signs, they will not stop until all life is eradicated on this vessel.
Well,
Yep.
I will tell the crew to lay down their arms and show no hostility.
I look at basically the guy that was in charge of firing the weapon.
He's not going to put down his weapon, but he's at least not going to attack anything.
Okay.
At least sheathe your weapon.
He puts it on his back into its basically holder.
Thank you. We understand. We will comply.
With
If I may
that,
ask-
he walks.
Sorry.
He turns and then walks back onto the vessel. The bridge, well, the electric bridge will dissipate and the door closes.
Wow.
With that, then the ships will begin moving. This time, once the two vessels have turned around and basically moved up next to yours, still maintain a higher position from yourselves. Your ships start moving at a more increased speed. Swift Gadget calls out and goes, "Should I stop what I'm doing now?"
Absolutely.
Ugh. She then just sort of, you hear her just slam something back into position. Just got it off.
Well, looks like we can't really say no to them. We are in their land.
You don't travel. The ship is actually moving at a fair speed to it, at least as much as you can guess. Then you can start making out, floating in the clouds, a city. Well, buildings of some strange look to them. Looks like they're more made out of glass and metal when you start able to get closer, floating amongst the clouds. It's very clearly got like a protective energy field around it, as far as you can tell, as there's an odd glisten around it.
I'm
Thistle.
sorry.
I was just going to say, Milk Thistle has his parchment out. He is writing down and describing what he's seeing.
No, exactly. Well, sorry, you go ahead.
Sorry. Bernd is gonna use knowledge engineering, see if he can't figure out what exactly is creating the shield.
You have nothing you can base any information on.
Right.
So you would need to actually probably get into it and potentially look at what you can see to be able to work it out.
Yeah.
It's like we're in Asgard right now, basically.
Yeah. Go on ahead, Dustin. My
Oh, yeah.
apologies.
Alexandrite's just leaning over the railing, just looking at everything, like kind of in wide-eyed wonder.
You'll start. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, at this point, Metu like walk up to Burns and said, I thought you said these ruminant fellows were hostile.
I honestly, he doesn't know how to respond with how everything has been. Like, he's personally in shock and awe as well as he observes the other two ships and the coming city or whichever it is. I might have been wrong. We don't know what happened to them after all those years ago.
Well. Now we have an idea what happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that at missing city story over again.
Oh, you mean, names. God dang it, I can't remember the town name.
No. Turves.
Oh, you mean like, Turbs?
No, not Turves. Bollocks.
His.
Do you mean the time traveling?
The conversation basically straight arrow and like Meadowhead about the missing city.
Oh, Bristol Lux.
Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
listen,
I was trying to remember that name. English and thinking is hard today. He'll look to Metal and say, you've been reading into Bristol Lux? That's pretty neat. He's being honest and upfront about, it seems like his mind and attention is focused on what's at hand right now.
You're about to pass through the energy field. You can see that you're coming up closer to it, and there's no like doorway that opens up for you. You basically you guys just plow straight through it. The moment you pass through the energy field, anyone with any connection to a deity, it's gone. You don't feel that connection at all. It's almost like they've been fully cut off to you. You also all lose access to your mythic abilities.
Yep, I called it. We lost our mythic abilities.
Yep.
Don't start removing everything. Don't worry about that. We'll just keep it on the sheet. But you've lost access to anything, any aspect.
Yeah.
All right. I will be back in 2 moments, but I'll let you guys ponder that for a moment.
I don't like that at all.
I know, right?
Good.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Finally, playing an atheist actually works out.
Metal Banana, why have you been just a bully to Milk Thistle this whole time?
I wasn't a bully. I was just joking around, out of character.
Of course.
Oh man, that flying city, that,
It does look really cool.
yeah, it's really cool. But at the same time, like, in me, Burned as the character, he's like, I have a bad feeling about this.
We all have a bad feeling about this.
Chewie, I have a bad feeling about this. Oh man, that art though, that's really good art.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Very, very creative, surprisingly.
Oh man, they're gonna interrogate all of us. I don't do
yeah.
well under this kind of pressure.
Is that in character
Out of character.
or okay?
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm both nervous but also excited to see what happens next.
Mhm.
Oh, you and me both. I think my issue is that my my late older brother was in trouble with the cops a lot, and so that's kind of why I have issues with interrogations and being talked to by like the authoritative figures. It's like there's part of me that wants to rebel, but it's like no.
Yeah. I could curb that part of you right now.
All right.
Yeah,
So, you guys have moments to contemplate the fact that you've lost connection to your mythic powers, or for those of you who are clerics, you've lost basically all of your abilities.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder what that feels like, huh, Milk?
It feels like.
mid-
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go. You spoke first. Go ahead.
It feels like when you wake up and you need to use the restroom and you don't realize your legs have fallen asleep on you. So when you try to stand up, they don't work.
oh
That's
yeah,
what
I've
it feels like.
I've had that happen to me before. It was a rude awakening.
Wishful definitely looks very uncomfortable.
Metu seems like she lost something, but not sure what she lost.
Alexander, I'd had this happen to him already, so he's kind of just used to it now.
Oh yeah.
Well, no.
Oh yeah. Do I also lose my basically my ageless trait?
Yeah, that will be gone.
Yep. Okay. Meadow now looks older than she did before. Before she looked like a young adult. Now she looks like a adult with some stress marks, some wrinkles, all that.
But yes. But the ships seem to be steadily moving towards one of the outstretched platforms, where you can see things are moving out, ready to basically accept the ships coming into position. The other two are not docking; they are basically maintaining a position where they can keep a arc of fire on you if they wanted to, as your ship docks. But the doors do not yet open.
Yeah, Alexander will just head to the doors and wait.
Bird will do the same.
Hello, are you there?
With that,
Milkvissa will walk next to Wishful Pin and attempt to reassure her. Be strong, but we've lost the connection to our god. You're still capable on our own.
I never thought. I suppose I've never realised how much that presence there just has been reassuring. And it being gone is so. It feels so quiet. Is the only way I can say it.
It's a bit of a wake-up slap. He says, kind of in his own little muttering.
Well, you feel
It'll
even
be
more
okay.
disconnected, Alex, because losing your mythic powers is another stage of ripping it away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another weakness of a worshipper.
Bird will reassure Wishful Pen. It'll be alright. We just have to stick together, keep calm, and we have to be honest.
The door opens up, and the same individual who was on one of the vessels is stood there and looks you all. You will follow me calmly. You'll be taken to a holding area, and when things are prepared, we will take you on from there.
Very well.
Can I roll sense of motion on this guy?
You can
mean
roll
sense
sense
motive?
motive.
Yeah, sense motive to see what this guy's intentions really are. Cause I trust him as far as I can throw him, and he looks pretty big, so can't throw him that far. Is this public or blind?
This will be blind. He's got quite tall stature to him, but he's quite thin and not necessarily big and bulky. Though the leaves and the armor do make him feel more bulky.
Alex. Oh, sorry.
No, what you should say.
Okay, so. Okay, so basically what you're saying, we can like snap him like a twig if we wanted to.
No.
Not necessarily. I'm just saying that he's got a more. His figure is more thinner than what his image necessarily gives across, but his bulk is more coming from his attire.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. I was making a joke.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Metal Banana, from what you can tell, is you're not getting any sense of what his demeanour is. He's keeping quite a stony face, and he's speaking very matter-of-factly, and that's as much as you can get.
Alexander will chime in and say, we have wounded on the ship. We can get some medical treatment for them.
We can see that once you've been processed.
He says, didn't that 18 help himself?
Follow me.
This will get you a good night's sleep. He can help you with that.
Follow me. As he turns and walks into the hallway, walks down the corridor. When you come into, I assume you're all going to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Don't have like much of a choice here.
As you walk through, you see lined up more robotic deer. They are holding the strange devices. They mostly stood at attention, not really doing anything, but their red glowing eyes are following you, which does leave you a little bit disconcerting. Think
creeped out.
Think like the Terminator look, but Ringling style.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh,
that's creepy.
That's totally reassuring.
Alexander will look to Burn and say, relax, not B-41.
Yeah, no, Burned. He's keeping himself relaxed. His
No, B4 had organic look to him. None of these have anything organic. They are all fully mechanical.
Okay.
Yeah, he's keeping himself calm. His front haunches are kind of tense, but he forces himself to calm down. Doing all the mental exercises, counting all the prime numbers.
You guys. Oh, yep.
As we are moving, are there tapestries or paintings on the walls that, show previous rulers and things of that nature?
No, the area actually seems fairly bare as you walk down. You walk down most of the area. Based on what you can tell, this probably was a point where more ships could dock. As you're quite certain, more things would be able to land here, almost like an airport type, deal sort of thing. Then you come to a strange looking archway. There's definitely a mechanical aspect to it, but you would say it kind of looks magical as well. But in regard to like strange runes glowing in it. The ruminant says, "Step through the archway."
Alexander will step through.
As Alex walks through, everything on his person disappears, and he is given a nice set of very sort of muted colour clothing that is very comfortable and nice to wear.
Burned will step through after Alex.
Again, all your equipment is removed, and you're given some nice sets of very comfortable clothing.
All right.
Would
Would,
we get
knowledge-
out? Would we get our equipment back once the tailgate is over?
That's what you ask. What are you going to ask, Milk Thistle?
I was going to ask if knowledge planes of religion would determine what this archway is.
Neither of them would help you here.
Okay.
He looks at you and just says, "Step through the archway."
Fun and parties you are, and I will just like step through.
Same sort of thing will happen. I will ask, does anyone wish to do something to not walk through it, or argue, or anything like that?
I don't think that's wise.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, once enough ponies and others have walked through, Milk Thistle would be satisfied if you'd walk through as well.
Yeah. No one horribly disintegrates or anything like that. You all just have whatever you have on your person replaced with some nice, very comfortable civilian clothing. Alright, once you have walked through, he does not, obviously, and the ruminant, the robot guards also do not. And he basically takes the lead and tells you all to follow him as you and your escorts start making your way through the city. Now, one of the odd things you do notice as you're walking through is, given its size and what you would expect its population levels to be, it feels very empty. You do see the odd ruminant around at a distance, but if you do happen to spot them, which most likely Milk Thistle does, they very quickly disappear, so they basically hide. There are more robots around. Some of them, well, most of the ones you are seeing around the city do not look like they are designed for military purposes. They obviously clearly have a more servitude aspect to them rather than a combat one, based on their build, their structure.
Could I roll profession soldier to see if this kind of feels like kind of a martial law kind of thing?
Yeah, you can roll it.
All right. Oh, okay, I pressed the wrong thing. That's what's going on. Okay.
So you have a look. Normally with like martial law and stuff, you do have quite a lot of military presence around, and making sure people are following whatever martial law there is.
Mm-hmm.
The only military presence at the moment is where you guys are.
Yeah.
So you're not getting a sense that there's like a massive lockdown or anything like that. The city is just deserted. Or they're all hiding.
This is certainly odd. Where all the ruminant at?
My guess is hiding.
It explains their lack of social skills.
They could be in hiding, or basically foreign invaders.
That's true.
You walk the way through the city until you actually get to a large, one of the larger sort of buildings, or stretch quite high into the sky. And you are taken inside and told to basically all stand around on a platform. It's clearly marked with a big circle, and again you can see strange glowing runes in the floor.
I'm guessing that knowing the ruminant language, at least writing wise, do I recognize these runes, or are they just unrecognizable?
No, they're not a language, but you have a feeling that you would class them as probably symbols of power or meaning. Is probably the best way to describe it. You do see it in a number of the ruminants' architecture and their workings and stuff. From what you've seen of the ship, as well as the device, the goggles and stuff, what has the same sort of markings on them. They're clearly a mixture of mechanical and magical aspects that obviously give it power and meaning.
Can I roll Arcana to see if it's some kind of spell symbol?
You can attempt it.
Okay.
Alexandra's just gonna go into the circle.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Burned will as well.
I'm just
you
letting
go.
people have a chance to roll skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have no idea, Metal Banana.
God damn it.
Would,
Okay.
West America. Would planes or religion reveal anything?
Not at this moment, no. The ruminant deer, as you all step on, this will take you to your cells, and you will remain there until you are summoned. And he stomps a hoof, and everything glows around you, the circles, and all of a sudden you find yourselves in a kind of a large, open-planned, like living room area, which is outlooking the city. You can see through the glass. You're clearly in one of the rooms, a lot higher up on this platform, overlooking the city. The room itself looks very nice, clean, very prestigious. Not something you would expect anyone sort of basically living in poor. This will be somebody who's very rich would sort of live here.
So basically, it's like the it's like the royal prison from the new Jin 5 movie.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Are we in one room or separate rooms that are all like this?
You're all together. You've just appeared in this like kind of large sitting room area.
All right. Well, Alexandra, it's gonna head to a bed and just lay down on it.
You find the bed, and you just sort of flop on it. It's very comfortable, very nice.
Oh, he's just gonna instantly fall asleep after that big battle.
Burned is gonna look to everyone else and he's gonna say, well, I suppose all we have to do now is wait. I really don't like this.
Waiting is an option, and is an option. That big behemoth, it would actually destroy our families and everything we love in a few minutes if we don't get back soon.
Well, the issue is, right now we kind of can't get back as fast as we would like. We're kind of stuck here in this situation until it's resolved.
Also, Staglord is after the heart. I'm sure he would try to follow us before wasting his time on others.
Yeah. So Burned, as Alexandrite says that in his sleep, his eyes slowly grow wide. Oh no, we're putting the ruminant here in danger.
Oh.
Still gives a bit of a hard cough. Bear with me, I'll be back in a moment. and he disappears into what turns out to be one of the bathrooms.
Oh.
We have like bathrooms.
Yes.
Yeah. Could I do a heal check on that? Because that is very not like steel at all. Like, or,
No, as you went to bed.
fair.
You know what? Bernd is gonna do the heal check then. Do you want this to be public or private? Or not private, blind?
No, you go and check on him. He's currently vomiting into what looks like a large sink.
Alright, I'm gonna use a heal check to see if I can tell, like, what exactly is wrong with him. That probably should have been blind.
He's no, it's fine. He's clearly trying to throw something up as best you can tell.
He smuggled the heart.
Oh no.
The heart was
Heal, you
taken-
fool! It should have gone in the other end.
Character, Dustin, I hate it when you're right. He'll look to Steel and he'll say, "Do you want any help? Is there anything I could do to assist you?"
There is a way with that heal check. You know there is a way you can assist, which is basically the equivalent to the pony Heimlich maneuver.
All right, he'll get behind Steel and with he'll basically do the pony equivalent of the Heimlich maneuver and just wrap his forelegs around him and just squeeze him back as hard as he can.
After a short while of that, he will basically cough up the heart of the Everglow, which is covered in mucus as well as blood.
So Burn knows better than to touch it. He'll look to Steel as he lets go of him, and he'll say, "You feeling better? You didn't really have to eat it."
The moment I saw that's where everything was being removed off our persons, I'm not about to let this disappear now.
That's very true. You feeling better though?
Much.
Alright,
was
with
very
that,
unpleasant. It was very much stuck. He basically gets a cloth or something, wraps it up in there, and kind of ties it in a like a knot so it holds it together. So no one necessarily will be able to physically touch it, or more see it than anything. And kind of scoops it up and keeps it close to his person, as he can't really put it in anything at the moment.
Well, I'm happy to have been able to assist you. We should get back to the others, figure out what to do next.
Everyone else is kind of like semi-exploring the place. Some people are looking for anything they can use. But there's a kitchen. There's not enough bedrooms for everybody to have an individual bedroom. But if people shared as well as sleeping on the sofas, you probably could sleep in shifts, given the amount of you are here. There's a few bathrooms. There's a full kitchen with a dining room area. There is a kitchen, but there's nowhere you would store food, and there's no food in the kitchen as well. But there's
All right.
but there is obviously.
I'd like to. I would like to roll knowledge nobility, because Milk Thistle suspects we are simply political prisoners, given how wonderfully we've been treated. So, is this simply us being told to wait until we meet with the king or whoever's in charge?
You can go for it. I mean, based on what you know, that very much could well be true. As generally speaking, people aren't treated well. If you're seen as an enemy or invader or whatever, you're not normally treated this well. You're normally locked up in some sort of prison or cell, not given a nice view of the city with general niceties and everything like that. You hear a odd ping noise coming from inside the area, and a door that you didn't know was there opens up, and a kind of a meek looking ruminant, doesn't have any horns, looks very petite, and is wearing sort of a very sort of very simple clothing, but bears a few like badges on them, indicating something. And they are also carrying a sort of, I want to say bag, but it's more like a suitcase, but not quite a suitcase type thing. It's kind of a shoulder bag over the shoulder, but it's quite big and bulky.
Okay.
Hello, hello. I will be your attorney for the day. Sorry, I had to make the joke.
No, it's fine.
Suitcase.
She will begin to speak, and once again, as she speaks, whatever you feel is your dominant language is what you hear her speaking. And she simply goes, I was told there were some people injured here.
Yes, we do have
Yes.
injured. Milkthistle will begin coordinating everyone to line up so that way they can get healed.
I take it you wake Alexandrite up for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexandra gets woken up. Steel Prism gets lined up as well as all the crew. Everybody does who needs it.
Let's have a look. So people looking at the old ship. We have a few very battered soldiers. We have Steel, Milk Thistle, Metal Banana, definitely Alexandrite.
Swift.
Eat Wishful. Yeah, that's pretty much everybody except for that's everybody except for Swift Gadget, really. So
What about Swift's dad? Like, wasn't he really fucked up?
who?
Swift Victory. Yeah.
Swift
Yeah.
Victory, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's quite bad.
Yeah.
So what's happening is she basically looks you over, and she uses a strange device that sits over her hoof, that she basically hovers over you to see, and then she takes a looks at it, and sort of gives a nod of her head, takes out a few things in her bag, and with some of the more severe wounds, sprays something on there, and it stings for a moment, but it kind of then helps, almost like as you watch it, you can kind of still see the skin is rapidly healing and obviously healing the wound.
Ah, it's a Pokemon potion. Okay.
I was more thinking of like the dermal regenerator on Star Trek.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That could work too.
I mean, that works better.
She does get to, I think, Alexandrite. Who else was affected? I want to say Alexandrite, Burnt, and possibly Swift Victory. She gives it an extra frown and goes, and basically goes to her bag, pulls out a few vials, puts it into a device, comes over, and basically pushes the device into your neck, and you hear a noise. You feel a slight soft sting, but that's about it.
Is there any particular reason we needed that?
You were carrying some pathogens that needed to be eliminated.
Pathogens.
Whata?
Mm, diseases.
Oh.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I miss the times when I couldn't get diseases.
Not too many, but basically after that, most of the more severe injuries are healed. Obviously, permanent injuries they can't do much for.
Yeah.
Or at least
Obviously.
she doesn't do anything for them. But
I don't get my ear back.
no regrowing of ears
No.
or eyes.
Or limbs.
Yeah.
Or limbs.
All I needed was one more level of paladin, and then I could have done that for you guys.
And then you, with that, and everybody seemed to, she heads out.
Alright,
I
so.
think we're just at full health now.
Yeah.
Alright, that's. Oh, well. That was pleasant.
Yeah. He rubs his neck a bit.
Well, we should probably rest up then.
Before you do, I've
I-
been thinking.
I don't think I can sleep if for an amount of adrenaline's going through my body.
What's up, Milk Thistle?
I'm just gonna type this out.
That's true.
Hmm.
Bernard's gonna look around. Does it seem like there are any history textbooks?
There is actually no books here.
Crap, I can't be a nerd.
Yeah.
He is going to walk up to Wishful Pen, Thunderclap, Swift Victory, and Swift Gadget and say, well, we're all in this together. Let's take some time and rest up. Are you all okay?
And then there was silence. They're all dead.
Wishful Pen still seems to be quite, shook up in regards to things. Mostly because obviously she's not feeling the normal connection that she would have with her deity. Swift Gadget is like she's like poking at a few oddities in the room, so she's kind of very distracted. So unless you actually go and speak to her directly, there's not too much more that she can you can do other than obviously going to poke her.
Yeah.
Swift Victory does say to you that the ruminant said that they could temporarily stop his affliction, but couldn't stop it.
Oh, that's better than nothing. I'm sure that we'll figure something out. There has to be a cure. He'll give Wishful Pen he looks at himself because he's so used to feeling his heavy spiked armor on him, and then he remembers, oh, I'm in comfortable clothing. So he gives Wishful Pen a warm and reassuring hug. And he just sort of holds her for the time being.
She very much appreciates the hug.
Thistle will take time to meditate since he's not able to sleep.
All right. So, anybody wanting to do anything else while they are here, or look around, or poke, or talk to any NPCs, or anything like that?
Does it look like there are any? I'm guessing this is just a plain barren, high class room. So
Pretty-
there's probably no tapestries.
Correct. Though you probably
Uh.
suspect that these guys wouldn't use. Oh no! Sorry, I thought I was thinking something else.
So after some time has passed, Bernd is gonna go to the window and he's gonna look out and see if he can't spot any ruminant they're out and about, like wandering or walking around.
So-
This is very disconcerting.
So you've actually got quite a good vantage point from here. So you can actually see a good portion of the city. You can see movement, like not like a big metropolis city, people moving around. It is a bit sparse, but you can see people moving around below. Though you are a bit high up, it's difficult to tell if they are ruminants or robots.
Is there a black window with a little spherical device near it?
No.
Okay. I was just making a joke to see if there's a television.
Metal, metal, like what you see Burn doing that, and she'll just say, don't bother, unless you have some kind of mate shift. If the telescope, there's no way you can see anything in down there.
He'll give a nod at that, and he's more or less in deep thought as he's looking out. He's mostly wondering if this is a metropolis or a big city, wouldn't there be at least some sort of life moving around aside from just the robots? So he's really kind of quiet as he's staring out.
So, time will pass. You guys are kind of left for a little while. So you guys got basically 4 hours to do something in if you wish to. If not, you kind of just left waiting before the next little thing that happens after 4 hours.
Thistle is going to while he's meditating, he's going to be concentrating on how to use his skills and other natural gifts since he's been separated from the nightmare, but he'll still concentrate on their teachings.
Let's see, what can I do?
I'll try and figure out where's the food device.
I was gonna say he could always use his shamisen, but then he's like, crap, they took that too.
Yep.
Don't worry, I got a. Oh wait, that's gone too.
Yeah, he's gonna walk over to the wishful pin and spend time with her. There's nothing else we can really do at this point.
Oh yeah, rings of substances would probably be gone, and
Yep.
Yeah.
Ring sustenance are gone. Anything. Literally, the only thing you've got on you is the clothing that the device gave you.
yeah, even our divine powers are gone. So, God, Milk Thistle must be fucking tired.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Oh yeah, that's right. Our mythic abilities are gone, so Milk Thistle doesn't need to sleep.
Yep.
Yeah, you're a sleepy old man now.
Yeah,
Well,
Bernd
old
is
goats, but still.
Bernd will he'll take wishful bed because he knows that she's pretty tired. He's feeling the exhaustion set in.
Yeah, I guess take a 4-hour nap. That's what we need.
So after about 4 hours, you hear a cry of success from inside the kitchen. It sounds like Swift Gadget, who calls out, "I found the food!"
I just got to sleep.
Like that, we'll head over to the kitchen.
Yeah, he'll get up and rub the sleep from his eyes and head over to the kitchen as well.
So it basically looks like a part of the kitchen. It's like a small little alcove, and you can almost put it like it looks like a shelf within the wall. But as you basically tap in certain places, it lights up, and it actually speaks. Basically asks, "Do you wish sustenance?" And she says yes, and a bowl of various different looking leafy greens appears, and she goes, "Ta-da!" It doesn't seem to make anything else other than this, and it's a bit plain.
I
Well,
mean,
better than nothing.
yeah, food is food.
As you start eating the food, she wasn't wrong. It lacks taste. You're definitely eating something, but there's not anything interesting to it. It's filling, and you're quite certain it's probably giving you everything you need, but it lacks excitement or taste.
So just because our character, my family is Portuguese, right? So we add spices to everything. Bern is gonna get up. He's gonna look around for like some sort of spices, like any spice at all,
There
to
is
help.
there is none.
He just sort of like looks and he's like, "They don't have any spices in here. It's still food, but what
Not
was I
just
expecting?"
spices. There's no art or culture to this place.
It's
It
very,
It exists.
it's very uniformed, you could say, and he'll go back and start eating his food again.
And actually, like ponies call me plain.
As you guys are eating something, you suddenly hear somebody calling out, "Hey, psst, over here."
Bern
like
will look.
Yeah, Alexander will look as well.
It
I'll look too.
sounds like it's coming from one of the vents.
Hello?
He'll walk over to the vent and is it like on the floor or in the or up near the ceiling?
It is in the floor, yes.
All right, he'll kneel down and will go, yeah? Who am I talking to?
You're one of the outsiders.
Yeah. We are the outsiders, yes.
Where are you from?
Everglow, he
Stop. Who are you?
Well, who are you?
Are you going to show yourself, or are you just going to remain hiding?
I can't show myself. Well, we can't anyway.
Are you a prisoner here as well?
Well, kind of. But
Are you?
we're talking
Are
to
you a?
through a small device that's travelled through the vents. We couldn't fit in the vents.
How old are you? You sound pretty young.
Don't know. Time moves a bit odd here. Me and my friends call ourselves the Lastborn.
The last born. Well, yeah. I'm like, the words. Is there any sort of knowledge check that Byrne can do to see if he recognizes this?
Nope.
Alright.
Has the name,
Sorry.
has the name Lastborn come up in any of the paperwork Milk has found in the ruminant sites?
No.
Alexandra will head up to the thing. Forgive my friend, he's quite paranoid. I am Alexandra Deacon. What's your name?
Grassleaf.
A pleasure to meet you, Grassleaf.
So, what are you locked up for?
No, they're not locked up. They're have a little robot.
Oh.
Yeah, you just can't see it. It's in the vent.
Right. So, what exactly is going on in this place? There's no... The Ruminant are either hiding, or they just aren't around. What's going on?
Your coming here scared everybody. We've never had anybody. Not since we've come here.
Sounds pretty lonely.
It is. I mean, they all the older elders seem to be okay with it, but I mean, it is a bit.
So,
What's Everglow like?
it's a lovely place. It's very...
Colorful.
Mhm.
Lots of different species of creatures.
Very
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
lots.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them good, some of them bad. Just full of life.
Is it very dangerous?
Some of them just surviving everyday life.
Sorry, what did he say?
Is it very dangerous there?
It can be, but there's also lots of peaceful areas too.
Indeed.
And actually, like, I am one of the warriors. Is that like make sure to keep Everglow a little bit more safe.
So, does everybody have to literally fight for their lives there, or can you live in
No.
peace?
You can live
Live
in
in peace.
Yeah.
Everyone has to fight for their life in one way or another. Through physical combat, overcoming diseases, starvation, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of how life is, though.
Is it?
Life is full of trials and tribulations, no matter what happens.
But it's also worth fighting for and full of joy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't have anything like that here. Everything you could ever want is, well, provided for you.
That...
Why are you called the last born?
Oh, we were the last ones born here.
There are no birth rates after you?
No, we're the last ones. There just haven't been any others.
So I'm just you and those metal Goliaths.
Yeah, just us and the mindless.
So... well, this is certainly shedding light on things, that's for sure.
Is Great Longhorn still your lord? Is he alive here?
He's in charge of everything here.
So he's alive.
Yes. I mean, I've not seen him, but definitely heard him.
Do you know anything
Do-
about the?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Do you know anything about the history of the ruminants? How you came to be here?
Yes, we do. I mean, that's well documented.
Well, then I tell you what. We'll play a game of answer questions. We'll answer one of your questions. You answer one of ours.
Okay.
What caused you to come here to the ethereal plane?
Well, it speaks. The books speak of a great catastrophe there, which cracked the earth and destroyed the cities, and this was the only one which was saved, and it was basically pulled from here into the immaterial planes and for safety, and any ruminant that could basically get to the city before it left was saved.
So you're all refugees.
Refugees? No. This is our home.
Okay, you now you ask us you ask us a question.
You hear another voice actually speak up at this point. Is the only thing you have to eat there is just the green stuff?
No.
What do you eat?
Lots of things. Grains. Some eat meat. Fruits, vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
I just actually mainly eat bread, bread, cheese, and lemonade, and occasionally eat carrots and fruits for some extra energy.
Oh, there's also chocolate.
Do you have any of this?
No.
Not on us, but all of our things were taken away.
Yeah, we had some rations left, but that's it.
You can also receive nourishment from different types of drinks like tea. Drying out the fruits and the leaves of certain plants can be poured over boiling water and drink.
So I should like stay away from alcohol. It actually might make you feel good, but give you a headache once it leaves your system.
Alcohol? What's that?
It is a.
Fermented drink.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the only thing you can
There's
drink here is water.
That's healthier for you. Burn says he just sort of gives a very gentle laugh.
I would say a fruit smoothie it would be more healthier for you.
That too.
all right. Then. Now our question.
Out of character, what should we ask? I'm almost tempted to ask how long they've been here.
We should ask what they are planning to do with us.
I don't think. You know what? That is a good question.
Yeah.
Bernd is gonna ask what do the elders plan to do with us once the meeting is over with. You wouldn't happen to know, would you?
That you hear some whispers. I don't know. No one's ever come here before, but I suppose if you're peaceful and friendly, you'll be allowed to live here with us.
Would we be allowed to go back home though?
No one leaves. I don't think they would let you go, because if you go, then
What?
you would tell others where we are, and they wouldn't want that.
We have like friends and family back at home. They wouldn't.
I do agree with your sentiment, Metal, but it does make sense that they wouldn't allow us to go back.
I mean, no one. We're not even. No one's allowed to leave. That's like the #1 rule here. This is our home, and it's safer here, and no one should leave, as it brings danger to all of us if you do.
Quick question. What's actually like the cheapest item you have in this room?
You asking them or looking around the room?
I'm actually asking them because I assume they have a similar room.
They're in the vents.
I don't.
They're a little robot inside the vents.
Oh, they're robots?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Well, you hear something in the vents, and it's speaking through that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because the vent isn't very big; it's very small. You wouldn't actually get anything of like significant size other than maybe a small mouse through it.
Okay. Will you actually excuse me for a second? What's actually like the smallest item in this room? And breakable. Looks breakable.
There's. You probably see an odd shaped thing what might be a vase.
I actually grab it and just like throw it against the wall, and I scream.
It hits the wall, but does not break, and lands on the floor.
Well, discarding that outbreak, it's your turn for a question.
Yes.
Have you seen any other ruminant where you are?
We've seen one, and some that are half machine.
Yeah, they, there's more of them someplace, but we don't know where. And they aren't the nice kind of ruminant either.
Not nice.
Do you ruminants still worship your gods, or have you abandoned them completely for technology?
They're all afraid of them. This is why they hide here. Well, they're afraid of everything, but I mean, they speak of, well, one is spoken about that they're hiding from. I don't know about any others.
We've met two of your gods. Both of them are indeed very angry. If Lord Grey Longhorn is still alive, it's imperative that we speak to him immediately. Are you capable of passing word along to your elders, or someone who can reach the elders?
No.
Are you only children?
We're the youngest ones in the city. I mean, they kind of treat us like children.
Milk, you're the one who invented this game. You should know play by the rules.
Fine. What is your question?
they stop and you hear discussion amongst whatever they're discussing. How did you get here?
We traveled here on one of your ships. We were able to restore it.
One of our ships? How did you find that?
It was in an ancient ruins. We used a wish spell to restore it to its proper order. And fleeing the Stag Lord, we teleported here.
Oh, a spell?
Yes.
Yes, magic. Don't you have any?
Magic? That's just... well, there's... magic's just fairy tale stuff.
Not in Everglow, it isn't. It's often used in common day and everyday practice in Everglow.
I was gonna say, do we have anyone who's not a divine caster that can kind of show off?
I believe you're full of divine casters.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Says
know
the one.
Sorry.
Says the one character.
I know 2 spells, but they're, child's play compared to what Milk Thistle and Wishful Pig can do.
Oh.
And he'll cast light on the vent.
You attempt to cast light. It does not work.
Right. I forgot. Our magic is nullified here.
It appears your elders are very knowledgeable about magic, since they go to great lengths to prevent its use.
Oh, well, maybe they do know about it, but, I mean, there isn't any magic here.
By the way, throughout this conversation, in the background, Meadow is just shouting out profanities.
Yeah. Alexandrite's ignoring it and saying, I have
Yeah.
a question. Was the one you were running from the Stag Lord? Was it Autumn Blaze, the name?
I mean, the only thing we found is they refer to him as the Destroyer. What was the other one? I don't know. That was one of the older books. What was it? As you hear them sort of like they clearly sounds like they're like looking for something is the best way you can describe it, or what you can hear rustling around. There was another name. We're just checking.
All right.
Was the name Glade the Clever, the Stag of Summer?
Total Glade. Yes, that was the one.
Out of character? Notes.
All right. So I guess it's your turn for a question.
Indeed.
Yes, we've read about Total Glade the Clever. Depicted as a god of the sun, smithing in nature. Pictured as a golden pronghorn ruminant, usually with the sun cradled by his antlers. Often shown working at a forge or tinkering with some device. Writing hints that he taught the gifts of metalworking and mechanics to the ruminant. While Total Glade is pictured as antlerless, he is often seen as younger and forging a pair of antlers with his hammer and anvil, as if crafting a new set for himself, or perhaps making his first pair. He wears a crown of green summer leaves dotted with ripe berry clusters, and his antlers are banded with various metal rings and gears, or sometimes even made of metal themselves. On his back are saddlebags bulging with odds and ends, and a smithing hammer hangs around his neck. When shown at his forge, it is often some aspect of nature between the hammer and anvil, such as a tree, animal, or mountain. The animals being crafted are not always peaceful. Sometimes he's shown striking the ground with his hammer behind running ruminant, with predators stealing from the impact side or his hammer blows causing rock slides or earthquakes, and sparks from his forge starting wildfires or droughts. His holy symbol is a hammer and anvil inside of a blazing sun.
Wow, you have a really good memory, Milk Thistle.
I know, right? I wish I could remember half this stuff.
This is
Totally did not just read it off the PDF.
Maybe. We didn't have that much information.
younglings. We need to speak with Elder Grey Longhorn.
We can't help you with that.
Who would we have to speak to in order to speak with him?
Don't know. We've never tried to speak to him.
Meadow will actually say a question in angry. Then actually, what can you do?
I don't leave them alone. They're just kids.
Yeah.
Oh, just kid. It's. We may not see our family ever again.
You don't think I know that? My wife is there.
Enough. None of this has been determined yet. None of this will be decided until we actually speak to the Elder or they decide what to do with us. There's no point in being or being angry about it.
Perhaps they'd be nice and bring them here for you.
That is not an option for us, youngling. We have to return to the material plane because we have missions to continue on.
What he said?
The youngling said that perhaps our loved ones could be brought there.
That's not. Yep. That's not an option.
Yeah. No, we have to do our best to speak with Elder Grey Longhorn as soon as we can.
We can at least bring up that it's our job to take care of their mess. Perhaps we can make it so they'll be safe for them to return.
Somebody's coming up. Oh, we'll have to go.
Remove yourselves and don't come back.
You suddenly hear the chime you heard when you first. Oh no, when the medic came up, basically, and the same door opens up, and you see a different ruminant wearing not necessarily as much prestigious armor as the first one was wearing, but wearing a sort of a nice looking outfit, very kind of tight fitting, almost suit like, and walks out and looks at you. He kind of stares at you, kind of like wide-eyed for a little bit, just sort of taking in all the odd creatures that he's currently looking at.
Can we help you?
Ooh, he almost startles when you speak to him. Oh, yes.
Hello, do you have a mouth?
He almost sort of takes a step back from your more aggressive tone, but a bit skittish like. Yes, I've come to bring 5 of your representatives to speak. So if 5 of you were to step inside here, we will be able to go.
So,
Are you escorting us to Elder Grey Longhorn?
How? Yes, you will be.
All
Very
right.
well.
So, which of us, which of us will go then?
I suggest the 5 players.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the 5 players.
Right. Sorry, I'm
Obviously.
like, duh. I'm like, dirt.
There's 4 players. We could bring one more.
You have a choice of one NPC, so I will let you choose that.
Hold on.
Well, we can like. Well, actually, we can like either bring Steel or like Wishful.
I think Steel, since he's kind of the more relevant one.
Yeah, I think Steel would be good.
I
Steel.
think like Wishful because she's just more knowledgeable.
Well, the thing is that you forget what item Steel has. That I had to do the Heimlich maneuver just to get it out of his throat.
Yeah, but at the same time, out of character. At the same time, if it's revealed he has the heart is a representation of the current ruler of the Ruminant Empire. They may attempt to steal it from him.
And then die from instantly getting drained.
Yeah. In this case, I do think the Wishful Pin would be the most optimal choice.
Steel will
I'm
also
almo-
mention that he doesn't fancy swallowing anything again if they have to walk through anything else like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I don't think Steel should come with us just in case they make us do that again.
Yeah, let's at least get a feel for where Grey Longhorn stands on this whole issue. We might bring Swift Gadget with us, and she's the one who piloted the ship. They might be
Yes.
interested in speaking with her. So I'd say between Swift Gadget and Wishful Pin.
In this case, I think Swift Gadget would be the better option. Mainly because she's able to really give some insight on everything.
Bert gets a bit of a kick to the hoof
Ow!
from his own wife.
Oh, yeah, that's I deserve that. He'll admit it. He gladly admits that he was wrong.
Well,
That's funny.
we have an ancient lord waiting on us. Let's not keep him waiting.
Yeah, so anyway, okay, so 4 of you, and who you taking?
Wishful.
There we go.
Yeah,
Wishful it is.
we'll take Wishful.
Yeah, Wishful.
Alright, so our 5 heroes will enter the lift. The ruminant who basically came up kind of gets into the lift, looks a little bit reluctant to do so, stands as far away as he can from any of you, which is very difficult to do in such a small, confined space. As you hear music as you travel down the lift. It's a very simple, continuous melody that is easily looped.
Oh no, it's elevator music.
Of course it is.
Is there like musicians next to us?
No musicians.
No,
I say that like out loud, by the way, because I don't think we have this kind of technology in Everglow, do we?
No, we don't.
Yeah. Metal would she say that out loud?
I mean, we have ghost sounds.
Yeah.
The duck used to do this stuff all the time.
Yeah, that you can use magic to create these sort of effects.
Okay.
Duck used to prank Lightning, thinking that there was a ghost.
After that, you will reach the bottom, where there are some more robot guards to escort you. And you will be led towards the center of the city, to the rather large, very distinct building that is in the center. Once again, as you walk through the city, it does seem fairly clear. You might definitely Milkfist will definitely spot the odd ruminant who will quickly hide. And you will see the occasional robot as well. Once you have reached the centre, there are trees, and it's very nice looking, very natural kind of aesthetic to a mall. But that leads obviously through into the big building, which again, when you walk in, you do have to walk through one of the archways.
Well, I'm thankful that we didn't take steel here.
Yeah. Alexander
Yeah.
will walk through the archway.
Yeah.
Code it.
As each one of you walks through, it does light up briefly, but other than that, nothing else happens. On the other side, there are some more ruminant robots, though these ones look of higher quality and carry quite distinct high decoration within them. They also seem to have, and these ones seem to walk up on 2 legs, but anyone with sort of a mechanical mind and stuff could easily see that they can move. They could change their form and obviously easily walk on 4 legs. But they are carrying or holding quite large looking staffs, what have not quite like a blade at the end, but come out into a strange looking sort of apparatus that could be used as a weapon. Probably more something blunt rather than sharp. And these ones, again, escort you to another of those strange looking lifts. But this one's kind of the outside of the building, and you actually can watch yourself ascend upwards very quickly. And it's quite a massive lift. You can all get in there very easily, as well as the 10 guards that are accompanying you. It takes you all the way up to the top. Once you reach the top floor and the doors open up, you are seeing decorations, you're seeing statues, you can hear a fountain, you can even see sort of very much naturally grown foliage here as well. And you come out into quite a very nice open area with obviously the ceilings, which are made out of glass, letting in lots of natural light and everything. Various statues of ruminant, quite large ones, sort of sit either side, which kind of leads up to a raised platform in front of you. What does sit quite a nice looking ornate chair. Stood in front of that is quite a well-to-do sort of dressed individual, wearing quite ornate clothing, a very nice looking cloak, and you are noticing sort of a device around one of hoof, what goes partially up his arm. It does look mechanical in aspect, and you are led down. And as you get towards the point, you guys have led into a very purposely put square or circle in the floor, and are left kind of in that circle. You don't see any signs of anything activating or anything there. It's just a very purposely designed circle within the patterns on the floor, what easily allows you all to stand in with plenty of sort of movement around it. The guards stand 5 to each side at an attention as the very ornate looking ruminant looks down upon you before he finally speaks. What are your intentions coming here, intruders?
Escaping the mad god that your lords created. We are attempting to restore him so that peace can be over the material plane once again.
I slapped my forehead.
Escaping?
Yes, we we tried to stop him
Well,
after we managed to destroy his army, and it didn't go to plan.
if you're looking for escape, then I suppose we can allow you to escape here. If you integrate and behave yourselves.
Escape is a strong word. We will more like passing by. If we can figure out how to get back home.
There is no way home.
Metal like tries to keep her calm, but it's obvious that's obvious that triggered her.
Well, Bird looks to milk this on Alexandrite, as he is curious as to if they want to speak.
We were given a divine mission from one of your gods to deal with your mistake. If you interrupt us, then he will destroy the land that you fled from, and possibly this land as well.
They cannot reach us here. No divine can. And for
I noticed.
And for the divine, for the land which you came from, that means little to us here.
What about out Infernos?
What about it?
What about what if this like divine fiend in that she wants to destroy every life is not divine but an inferno instead.
That should.
Can your city be like protected by them?
The creatures that live in the infernal plane are a very similar make to that which you speak of, which you consider divine. They are just different types of beings that behave similarly. It's clearly you haven't evolved past the understanding of your of the creatures that you consider divine.
No, that's just him.
Well,
Screw you.
here's the thing. We can't exactly leave our home to be destroyed by this thing. By the mistake that you all made.
Well, I'm afraid you have no choice in the matter. No one is to leave this city for any reason.
Are you Elder Grey Longhorn?
I am.
Then my apologies, Elder. Please allow me to give you a proper greeting. Actually, before I take any action, I'm gonna roll sense motive to see if that's the truth.
Yeah.
I like to roll sense motive too.
You may
Say.
all roll sense motive.
That is...
Everyone, unroll sense motive.
Yep, I'm trying to get my mouse onto it. It's being a
Blind.
bitch.
I mean, you say your perception's high, but I think your sense motive is not far behind Milk Thistle.
It's only 1 point behind my perception.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both wisdom checks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where is she? No. Skills. There we go. Alex, you not rolling?
No.
No, that's fine. Yes, Milk Thistle is the only one, but you're quite certain that they were being truthful in that. Everybody else, I mean, yeah, again, you sense they are being truthful. You don't sense any deceits that you can tell. Milk Thistle, you definitely know that he was genuine in his announcing that he was Elder Greyhorn.
Can I roll sense motive on the GM? Because either he is Elder Greyhorn or I rolled a nat 1.
Hey, you could just have a little bit of faith in something.
I could. Well, I'll keep it in character.
Yeah.
And Milk Crystal will give a bow similar to how he did to the Queen of the Dwarves.
As Milkfizzle does that, he looks at the rest of you.
Burned will bow as well.
Alexander will give a small bow to his head.
Wishful will do the same. Are you doing anything, Metal Banana?
I'm thinking what to say.
Alexander will just give a side eye, like,
Yeah, Burn just looks to Metal Banana from the side eye as well, and his expression is like, "Bow, otherwise we're gonna get possibly killed or worse."
Do actually like excuse me, but actually my people are not very fond of royalty, especially in my own plane of existence.
he does not speak for, or she does not speak for all of us.
Yep, nope.
Metal Banana, you are not in your plane of existence. You are in the royal court of Elder. Kindly bow your head.
And how about I kindly bend your head in the floor? You can tell.
Burn just sort of stares at Metal Banana, just,
I say that to like Milkfizzle.
yeah, but we're all in the same room.
Yeah,
Remember
like, all
that.
in the same room, but having the king look down on us, like, you're not making a great impression here.
I still like just actually do not bow.
That's fair enough, you do not bow. Well, at least some of you have understanding of positions.
Well, we are your guests here, even though some of us need to be reminded of that.
Guests or prisoners?
Depends how you wish to look upon it. You were clearly escaping something terrible, and you have found somewhere safe and comforted in. I'm sure you can accept such a welcoming thing from such a terror that you faced, and the safety it brings must bring you warmth.
Not
Not really. When you actually have actually devoted your life to like protecting others.
Respectfully, Elder, while we appreciate the fairness that you have shown us and the small comforts that has brought, we have a divine mission that requires us to return to the material plane. Your god, Hint of Winter, has called upon us to undo what has been done.
Their names will not be spoken here, and whatever divine mission you feel that you are on means little to myself. As I said, no one is to leave this place once they have come here. It is for your safety as well as ours.
And what of the safety of your people?
That is what I am considering. Their
Well,
safety is most paramount. You leaving here puts that at jeopardy.
Well, considering that you have not had any children since you've left, I think that you're a dying species.
You clearly know nothing of what goes on here.
We know. Oh, you have a lot of what do you call them? Mindless? Yeah, mindless. Yeah, that's what I call them.
He gestures towards the robots to the side of the room. You mean,
I-
you mean our, you mean the, oh, what? I don't think he would refer to it as You mean the guardians? What stand at my side here at the moment?
Yeah. Those things, but way less detailed and shiny, I guess.
Yeah, what of them?
If you're so safe, why do you need so many of them?
To ensure your safety. Do you not have walls where you come from, even if you have an army?
Yes, but we have dangers of invaders if your place is devoid of all that.
And we have defenders should guests prove unruly. It does not.
We
It is
Go ahead.
proven to be to always prepare for every eventuality. Maybe no one ever visited us, but they have proven that they are definitely needed today. Now, you will be given accommodation if you wish to remain together. We will see that you are given a small section so you can remain close by. If you wish to have your own private quarters, near or away from the rest of your group, that can be arranged.
Elder, we appreciate your kindness, and I mean no disrespect, but we cannot remain here. Whatever form of protection you offer us is not going to be offered to those who remain on the material plane, and that is where our heart and mind is. We must return to the material plane to carry out the mission that was given to us.
I'm afraid I have little concern of your material plane. I only care about what is here. And we made the decision long ago that no one is to leave here for the safety of this place. You leave, you can bring that knowledge to others, and that is unacceptable.
What if we
Sorry, go
we
on.
clear the danger from our lands, the things that you've been running from? If we succeed, then you would have no reason to remain here. Are your people actually happy? Do they know what happiness is?
They are safe. That is all that matters.
They survive, but they don't live.
Yeah, being safe doesn't necessarily equal to being happy.
And it is better to be safe than to be happy for a few moments before your life is snatched from you.
It is even more important to fight for your life. You've become stagnant. You have unfinished responsibilities back on the material plane, to where your gods that you wish to remain unnamed had to reach out to others thousands of years later. Much time has passed since you've been here, whether you felt it or not.
We dealt with our problems in the way we could. They were sealed away. If you were foolish enough to release it upon yourselves, then that is your problem, not mine. And I'm afraid to say, you are not returning. That decision is final. I suggest you work out how you wish to be comfortable here, because that is the only choice that is laid ahead of you.
If I may ask a question, Your Majesty, he gives a respectful nod. I do not mean to be crass or insulting with this,
Yes,
The
You always seem
protection.
to be prepared to speak in such manner.
So, the protection that you have. What's to say if the nameless one that we have been dealing with the past months, years have. What if he were to come here and your defenses just fail because he disables them?
That's impossible.
What would you do then?
He does not know where we are, nor does he know how to reach us, or how to get past our defenses. We are safe
We
here.
managed to.
For as long
We
as
managed
you
to get.
remain here, he cannot reach us.
What if he had Ruminant on his side?
Any ruminant that was left behind would not know where we are, nor what we have to protect ourselves.
So you just us abandon your own kind like that?
They were given a chance to escape, and we awaited for as long as we could, and we lost much more waiting. But we waited.
If we managed to get here, don't you think that he would eventually?
I doubt it, as it appears you managed to get here by dumb luck, based upon what we have learnt.
Well, he was present when we found that dumb luck.
Yeah. In fact, we escaped right in front of his face.
Does not mean that he knows where you have gone, nor what is here.
Out of character, oh my god, this is giving me a headache.
Well, if this was going to roll another sense motive, is anything we're saying reaching to him, or is he just incredibly stubborn and set that there's no way we're changing his mind?
You can tell he's slowly getting more annoyed at your insistence. He does seem pretty genuine on this is his stance, and he seems pretty set on not changing his mind, and he is slowly getting more annoyed at your insistence. But at the moment, he is maintaining his cool.
Metu will like whisper to the group. There is no point when don't try and convince him. He's stubborn as a mule.
I have an idea. Just a moment. Elder Stacklord, we sincerely apologize for trying your patience in this. It is clear
I
that...
don't.
Quiet. It is clear that your wisdom has kept the ruminants safe these many, many years, and we do not wish to compromise their safety or challenge your authority on this. We ask, Lord, may we stay the night here and speak with you in the morning.
You are able to remain in your in the temporary home you were given until more permanent accommodation is assorted for you. As for speaking with myself, perhaps once you have settled a little more, we will discuss things again, as we will discuss how you would best suit within the city and serve in its continued existence and the community.
Thank you for this opportunity. There. What's up?
Go ahead. Can we at least get our equipment back?
No. You do not need your weapons of war now. There is no need for that here. You are safe.
I wasn't talking about my weapons of war. I'm talking about my other stuff. Food, clothing.
Our sentimental values.
All of that is already provided for you. If there is something of significant value, then you can make a request. It will be looked into. If it is proven to be mundane, it may then be brought to you once your accommodation has been secured.
What about family, friends? I have a wife and that's soon to be pregnant.
Well, unless they are here with you, then I am sorry.
Try not to fret, Alexandra. We will discuss our future tonight.
He is, he's silent, but he nods a little bit.
By your leave, Elder, we would like to return to the room that you have furnished to us.
Do not cause any problems. I do not wish to start issuing out punishments. I have not had to do that in a long time, and I do not wish to start. We are a peaceful community here, and I wish to keep it that way. You outsiders have upset the balance. Do not step too far out of hoof, because if you do, I will ensure that you are made an example of if necessary. My patience only goes so far. Attempting to return home will ensure that your well-being here comes into question.
Very well. If I may make a request, if you have a book of your laws or something like that that I could read, that would be quite handy.
I will see to it that one is brought to you.
Very well.
Milkthistle will bow deeply and he'll say, "Thank you, Elder Greylon."
Burn will also bow and say thank you for your thank you for seeing us. We are truly sorry about any ill givings that we may have committed.
Now, Alexandra will bow and just keep eye contact with the Lord.
With that, he then calls out, "Return them to their dwellings." And at which point the Runant Guardians will move to escort you back once again.
Burned is he's being really quiet as they head back. Things are just not working out for us, are they?
Keep your head high, Burn.
Alexandra, it gives a small nod, but is silent as he's formulating the plan.
So
Yeah, the hamster is moving in his head.
you guys are brought back to obviously your room after heading down in the elevator and obviously heading back through the city. Very similar sort of thing when you were walking back from back to the center. The way back is very similar in the sparseness and what you see. And you will be brought back to your room.
Milkthistle will call a meeting. First thing he's going to do, this may take a while, but he's going to ask that nothing of relevant information be discussed. He's going to completely search over the room as thoroughly as possible. It'll take 20.
Okay, so
He's
you're
going
going
to
to
look
take
for...
a few hours then.
That's going to be a while.
Yeah, I mean,
But
you guys.
but during that
Oh, sorry.
But during that time, he's going to be looking for things like other portholes that can be used to listen in to see if there's, anything in there that's watching them that might compromise their privacy.
Okay, so oh yeah.
Yeah, as soon as we enter the room, Metal will just first of all shout out profanities and then say, hey, that so-called king is every corrupted government and combined into one.
Enough, though. We are guests here, and there is no need for us to say
I
such.
guess we are not guests. We are prisoners here. I'm putting a
We-
There's
nice
nothing-
We
cell.
are guests. Give it a moment. Allow me to look things over, and then we will discuss things more openly. But for the time being, we are guests, and we are very grateful for our host's kindness. Be
Whatever makes you sleep at night.
Just be patient. So, with that,
Easy.
Milton will begin.
Easy for you to say. You probably never felt love except for your so-called nightmare.
Milk Thistle will ignore that jab, and he will begin searching over the entirety of the room.
Okay.
Alexandra is looking to Metal and says, "For once, I agree with Milk Thistle, and that is a lot for me to say. Just let him handle things for now."
Alright, so you start looking for anything that you believe can be used to watch or listen to you. The vents themselves are quite small. You are, with checking the one you spoke to, the lastborn, you can still see their whatever device they were using. It's a small little round cylinder thing, but it seems to be just sort of resting there at the moment, almost like it's powered off. You don't find anything else in any of the other vents at all, but you searching the area, you don't find anything that stands out as equipment for listening to you or spying on you or anything like that. At least nothing what you would understand as that.
Okay. How much time has passed?
I would say going over the whole place, checking everything, would take you probably about 2 hours.
All right. So 2 hours have passed, and Milk Thistle, with his usual, just, very polite, kind smile, he will call everyone in for a meeting, and that we sit down together in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
And I will sit down.
Burned will sit down.
And once everyone is sitting down,
Metal is too busy banging her head on a wall. She's been doing for the past 2 hours now.
Metal Banana, we need you here as well, please.
She gives you like the middle hoof finger. Continues pointing her head.
Kindly sit down. All right. Milk Thistle will look to the Blaze Worshipper, the one who fired the cannon, and asks politely, it's like, would you kindly retrieve Metal Banana and set her next to you?
Certainly. He's gonna bring you over, basically, and
Is that like a consistent grapple check?
yeah, if he's gonna have to roughhouse you, he would very happily roughhouse you.
And don't forget, you don't have your godly bonuses.
Nope.
Yeah.
I never had godly bonuses for grapple anyway.
Nope.
You have them for strength.
Yep, you have bonuses to strength.
I did
and
not.
all
No, I
sorts.
didn't. I did not. My strength was always the same.
All right. Alright.
At least I think so.
Where is? No.
Okay, what do I make?
No, you don't have to do anything. They have to roll.
Okay.
There it is.
They're gonna roll. They're gonna roll their combat maneuver bonus versus your combat maneuver defense.
Okay, combat maneuver defense.
And don't forget, you're not wearing your armor.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, worked in her favor because heavy plate armor lowers your CMD.
Yeah, so it's actually better for me.
I just need to remove all of my buffs. There we go. Alright. That's all of them gone. Oh, that's dropped down a lot.
That's a fail.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I think yours is 20, isn't it? Oh no, 23. I see.
It's 23.
I mean,
Burn looks.
I mean, Steel will
Sorry.
come over and will just simply say, "There is a plan of action.
Fine.
Just come and listen." Who's gonna
Fine.
roll? Who's gonna roll his diplomacy at you?
Nope. Nope. Actually, like, didn't actually have to. Oh. I just actually like imagine like she is like dragging like the Blaze worshiper. Instead of him dragging her.
At seeing that, Bird is gonna lean over to to Wishful Pin, and he's just gonna whisper to her, "If I ever become that big of a dick, please knock me the hell out."
You would have to get in line with me.
I'm pretty certain I probably could take you to the Blaze Temple and they'll beat some sense into you.
I mean, honestly, Bird just sort of gives a, he nods. Or who knows, maybe one of the kids will be a barbarian or someone who could knock the sense into me.
Still will then speak up. We're all here, Milk Thistle. Speak what you have on mind.
Thank you. Milk Thistle will take a deep breath, and as soon as he exhales, his smile goes away immediately, and he's overcome by a very soft rage. He's not shouting, but his face is contorted with anger. We are being held prisoner here by a tyrant king who is a coward. Therefore, it is our duty to escape.
I think you speak for us all there.
Mm-hmm.
With my connection to my goddess severed, I am not complete. This bastard has stolen something very important to me, and I intend to get it back. We have requested a law book to be delivered to us. I do not know if it will be delivered tonight or tomorrow, but for the time being, I'm afraid we have no other choice but to wait. In the meantime, I have recalled certain information that may be of benefit to us. Steel Prism. You are still in possession of the heart, yes?
I am.
The heart is the symbol of the ruler of the ruminants. Technically, with you in possession of it, you would be the ruler. But I'd imagine this would not go over as simply as that. Others would attempt to take it from you, and they would most likely die in doing so. So, since you are the only one who can safely handle it, you are the only true capable leader of the ruminants. So here are my thoughts. Barring if we learn anything else useful from this logbook, the next time we are called to His Majesty's court, Steel, I would like for you to come and offer him the heart of Everglow. When he touches it, he will no doubt die, which is something he has fearfully hidden from for millennia. Once he has died, take his place and command the ruminants to return to the material plane so that we can carry on our crusade. This is something I will not sit idly by and wait for.
Will it work? Can I get close enough with him?
If we have him believe we are giving it to him as a gift, I believe you could hand it over to him directly.
What if he uses the robot or the mindless to take it? They are not alive, so they would be unaffected.
This is true.
Surely they would give it
So-
to him afterwards. Would he not want to possess it?
And what if the ruminants and somehow I'll have a technology had the so-called technology to like resist its dangerous power.
There is no chance of that. Look around you where we are. They have abandoned all connection to the divine. The heart of Everglow is divine power, cursed as it is. They will have no resistance to it.
Would they not know that it's cursed? They're the one who left it behind.
Perhaps. So long as we can put it directly into the hooves of the Elder, he will die.
Well, we have to hope that it doesn't hold any additional meaning to them, given if they did leave it behind and used it to seal away the Stag Lord.
And
because I'm sure he would know where we left it.
And if we're presented it as a gift, and he dies, won't his so-called guardians just straight up attack us or his people?
Let me look over that rule book. I might be able to find a way to dethrone him without having to kill him.
They have currently taken away the goggles. I no longer have them. But with Grey Longhorn's voice, they can be fully unlocked.
Yes.
Whoever wears the goggles after Grey Longhorn has unlocked them will command all of these robots.
Well, the thing with that is, how are we even gonna get our equipment back in this case?
Well, if what Milkfizzle was saying, if we're in charge, we can order them to give it back.
Right.
If it's actually like deemed, deemed acceptable, which I doubt they will let us hold war weapons.
Well,
Once we must find a way to convince Grey Longhorn to unlock the full potential of the goggles. Once that is done, and we wear them, we can command the robot armies.
I have another idea as well.
Oh.
Speak it.
Well, we use the people against them. Start a revolution. Show them what they're missing.
Revolutions take considerable amount of time, Alexandrites. We are already under high levels of suspicion. We would not make it a day before they find out such a ploy.
Wow.
And plus they're scared of us.
Well, then we make them not scared of us. The younglings have already shown interest in us.
That's true.
That's the flaw of all younglings. The curiosity can be the greatest strength and the greatest weakness.
They can certainly be useful tools.
We'll probably have a few days before we're even allowed to get our accommodations. Perhaps we can sow some seeds at least.
Yeah.
Show them what they're missing.
If we or if we can get our personal stuff back, such as to show the beauty of our world, they'll be more willing to side with us.
We might not even need our possessions. Baron, you're good at drawing, right?
He sort of looks at you. I'm a musician, not a...
Oh, sorry. I thought someone was good at drawing it.
I mean, if I get my shamisen back, I can try to put on a bit of a performance for the ruminant here, but there's no guarantee it'll be that great.
Oh, I mean, any form of rhythm, I think, would be a welcome, considering what they've not had for centuries.
True.
Even if it's not that good music, it's music. Or if it's not that good art, it's still art. We can show them things that this king of theirs has been denying them.
That is very true. He
Make them want to return to the mortal plane.
mhm. He'll look to swift victory at that. Hey, you recall the shanties that we heard whenever we went to the coastal regions for our investigations, right?
Oh yes, and I remember you at probably a too young age singing a few.
Do you recall any of the lyrics to any of them? He gets a big grin at that. If we can get our instruments back, we can introduce them to sea shanty, and then they'll want to hear other music.
Well, let's see if we can get hold of our instruments then at some point.
If not, we can make do. Hey, Metal, that vase that you tried to throw, could you hand it to me?
She actually looks for it.
Yeah, it'd be where you left it.
Yep. She'll just actually throw it to him. Yeah.
All right. He will catch it and just kind of clop his hoof to it.
Whoa, Dex. I'm joking.
It doesn't really make the kind of satisfying sound that you're hoping to make with it clockwise. It's kind of it kind of absorbs a lot of the noise itself, so it's obviously an odd material because why it didn't break, and obviously and the fact that you hit it, it actually absorbs a lot of what you were impacting to it.
Interesting.
Well, I'm even the if even the items are dull.
Well, maybe we just need to be imaginative with it. He'll try blowing in it and find another one and like kind of clinging them together. See what he can do.
Banging them together, I mean, it definitely makes a thud noise, but you're not making music out of that.
Okay.
Okay, what we need is a bunch of pots and pans, and we have to bang it on the bottoms.
Yeah, I mean,
very hard.
There's actually a musical thing that I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forget the name.
Well,
as you guys are scheming, you hear a distinct chime noise of the elevator arriving.
All right, and with that Bernd will get up and walk to the door.
I mean, the door would have opened before you even started walking over there. Out will come a younger-looking ruminant. Definitely got the start of some horns, but definitely early growth. And they are carrying sort of a rather large-looking, book.
okay.
Oh, here's our book of law.
I've been instructed to come and give the aliens this.
Milk Thistle gives a kind smile as Alexandrite takes the boat. Thank you very much for the delivery. It is much appreciated.
He gives a nod, but he kind of like just stands there, sort of looking at all of you.
Bernd looks to him and goes, "Hey, I have a question for you. we have some of us are more musically inclined. Do you know where we could purchase musical instruments, if there are any?
Oh, well, we do have a few musical instruments.
Oh.
You might be able to request them if you wish. They will have to
Yeah.
they have to be made for you, but I'm sure if you're allowed such things, you can get them.
All right. Well, I'm trying to remember our character. What was Swift Victory's preferred musical instrument? Was it a shamisen or what was it?
I honestly can't remember.
I think he gave you his original shamisen as a gift, didn't he?
Ah. Oh,
Yeah, that was
I
probably
think
what.
so.
At least I think that's part of Burned Lore. It was something you briefly mentioned when you the very first session you played with us.
I think it might be. I'm just like the brain.
Yeah. 'Cause-
He's gonna look to them and he's gonna say, "Can we? I would like to request 2 stringed instruments." And he looks to Alexandrite. Is there a particular instrument that you would like, or any of the others?
You can't request them through me, I'm afraid.
Oh,
You just have
or would
to,
we have?
you just have to
Sorry.
ask the computer.
All right.
Or, well, the assistant. They'll be able to do it.
All right. Thank you very much.
He gives a nod.
And sadly, I'm not proficient in any instruments, actually. So
I mean, to be fair, what were the exact words you used? Hey, doesn't matter if it's bad or good music, it's still music.
Yeah.
I mean, Alexander would probably just be, clapping his hooves together in kind of a rhythm.
Was there anything else, young one?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just looking at how all different you look.
What do you notice about us?
You're all different sizes, shapes, and colours, and species.
Yeah. There's lots of different species, even more than us. Back home. Lots of colors, sizes, species.
I mean, we only have what was in the books. I mean, we've not seen anything like, well, anything like you in the books. Well,
Yeah.
kind of. Though, well, horses don't talk.
It has been a rather long time since you've been to our lands.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we all have our own histories that have been passed down through generations.
And our own way of thinking and beliefs. I look to Milk with a shit-eating grin as I say that.
Yes, she's absolutely right. In fact, my family comes from a long tradition of being traveling merchants. We carry goods, and then we trade them or sell them for other goods. And one of the most important things that we trade is information, stories, the goings-on that happens in the land, the harvest season, any dangers that might be met on the road. And in doing so, we learn from each other, and we create new traditions from them. In a way, by us traveling here, I'm carrying on my traditions. Oftentimes, it can be good learning from others.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps if we are free from here and given our own quarters, you can visit us and talk more and show you things that you've been missing.
Oh, well, if you're given your own quarters, then well, you'll be considered an open. Well, you'll be a member of the of the city and can go about as you wish. Only few people can come at the moment. I was able to come because no one else wanted to deliver books or book. He says, gesturing to the big book what he just brought over you, and I wanted to come and have a look at you all.
So you don't live in the city?
Yeah, not in this building, but in the city.
Oh,
There's,
sorry.
there's nowhere else to live other than the city.
Sorry, that was an out of character. I misinterpreted that.
Yeah, it's been that way for me this week as well. So, I'm kind of tempted to play off Burns' astronomy. Let me double check. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
His profession to tell a tale. Sorry, go on.
Meta was say, so you are interested in books?
Well, it's not often we have books anymore, but I mean, reading is always fun.
I prefer the like the non-fiction and type of books written by true folk from true stories, basically their own experience. You have those here, right? Non-fiction.
Not many, but some.
Please, lie to me. What they like?
Well, they're mostly about fleeing the sort of darkness and the things that lurk in the shadows, and speak of tales of being fast and swift and bouncy on your. Do deer have hooves, or do they call it something else?
I think
deer have
They-
hooves. They're pronged hooves.
Yeah.
They got two big hooves in the front that they step on, and then two smaller hooks on the back of their legs.
Are they called clovens?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they do have cloven hooves.
Yeah. So he'd be like, "You gotta stay bouncy on your cloven hooves."
Alexander will look to Milk Thistle.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Just doing a cloven hooves bit. So he's like just looking at you like cloven hooves. What?
Yeah, that's me. Here, I'll post this in the Discord channel.
so.
I'm interested. So actually, no books about. She actually basically goes into detail of non-fiction books she read before, about commoners, I'm standing up to the the higher ranked people, basically. Stories about where ponies try to escape darkness, but the darkness eventually finds them anyway. And also stories where stories of basically betrayal, old friendship, family, all those type of things. She goes into extreme detail about it too. Does the guy look interested at all?
He will tell you that they don't really have anything like that.
Shame. You're missing out. Really improves author's writing in having different types of mindsets.
Burns says as he sort of gives the ruminant a gentle smile. If you're interested in a story, with my profession, I happen to know a fair amount of stories, but It's more along the lines of the stars back from our homeland.
Hmm.
If you're interested, I could tell you one right now.
I think we're keeping him from his home right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Yeah.
I shouldn't stay too much longer, but I mean, I would like to hear more of Everglow.
Oh, of
Well.
course.
We'll be happy to tell you more of it.
Anyone can roll me intelligence?
All right.
You know what? Alexander will jump on this, even though he doesn't have the best intelligence.
Okay, intelligence coming out up.
No,
Public or blind?
that's fine. However you'd rolled it.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah. No.
No, anyone roll over 10 at least. You guys never mentioned to him you were from Everglow.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, Alexander will probably bring that up. I don't think we mentioned where we were from. How did you know we're from Everglow?
I may have been one of the. He kind of looks a bit sheepish now he's been caught out. We talked.
Alexander will give a bit of a nod and just gesture to the air vent.
He gives
Say
a
no
nod.
more.
Well, it's not often we get new people here, and I mean you've got so much new stuff to share.
This actually like reminds me of a tale. A foal, a curious foal.
He does say if there's anything else you want, I might be able to get it for you. I mean, the computer might get a lot of. Sorry, the assistant might get a lot of the other stuff for you if you ask it, but you might not have access to everything yet. But
Who's the assistant?
the assistant, it helps us with everything. He sort of goes, "Hey, assistant," and you hear a voice from nowhere go, "Yes."
Alexander jumps at that like.
Yeah. Bern sort of like jerks his head up as he looks around.
Meadow does the exact same thing.
I thought you had no gods here.
You just ask it now what you might want, or a question, and it will answer it if it can.
Alexander's just kind of like, so it's a library, a store?
Kind of.
It's a merchant of sorts.
I mean, it can get you. It can make you. Well, you can request it to stuff to be produced in the factory.
Assistant, can we have a cake?
A cake is an unnecessary requirement of resources. Your sustenance is already provided for you at a suitable level to sustain you.
Yeah, I figured I was reaching for the stars there.
Assistant, can you get us a couple of stringed instruments for music?
You are not currently authorized for that level of manufacturing, as you have not contributed yet to the survival of the city to warrant such a trade.
Assistant, how do we assist with the survival of this place?
You have yet to be assigned a job role. Once this has been assigned to you, then you will be able to earn credits, which you can then exchange for. Can be exchanged for goods at a set cost.
Oh god, we're communists now.
Oh no. I joked about this in the past, but now it's actually happening. Oh no.
All the
Well-
more reason to kill the elder now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Tau Empire, boys.
Mm,
Assistant,
No.
what jobs are there that we could apply for?
You will be assigned one upon being given citizenship.
That's hilarious.
Assistant, do you have any tomes or books regarding the history of the ruminants prior to living in the ethereal plane?
Yes, those are available.
May I have them, please?
You have not yet been issued a tablet, unable to download to your tablet.
How do we obtain a tablet?
One has not yet been issued to you as you're not currently a citizen of the city.
Assistant, how are you?
I am fine.
I'm glad to hear that.
Assistant, tell me a dad joke.
I'm afraid those are not available in the category.
Our character, oh god, it's basically Alexa or Siri.
I was gonna say
God.
In a sense, yes.
Oh no.
Assistant, when may we obtain citizenship? We are eager to begin.
This will need to be approved by the Elder. You have already completed the meeting, and your fate, your job role, and other things will be decided by them.
Assistant, how do they decide who gets what job?
I am unable to answer that query, as that is only decided by the Elder, and there are no parameters which I can instruct you by to answer that question.
Assistant, do ruminants age?
They do, only at a certain age. Once they have reached a maturity, their aging slows down to an almost non-existent point. Though even when they are children, their aging is still at a severely reduced rate to that of which most creatures such as yourselves would be aging at. You will eventually be aging, will adapt and age such as the ruminant the longer you remain here.
Assistant, can you give us information on when the last child was born?
Unable to give you that information, as there is no as time and does not move in the manner which you are accustomed.
As this is happening, Metu is just educating the boy on Everglow. There's don't mind them. Let me tell you what I can about Everglow.
Oh god, they're gonna drink that in as much as you will give them.
Yeah, exactly. That's my plan.
So while we're having shenanigans with the with Alexa,
Yeah.
that's all going on. Oh man, this.
But will then go. But one of the last conceptions was not long after arriving at this material plane.
Really? Was the doe in question pregnant beforehand?
That information is not available.
Hey, assistant, can you read off these this book of law?
Yes.
So you basically want an audiobook.
Yeah.
Yes, it does, and it will start reading from chapter 1, and then start.
Well, I know what we're doing for the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh God, it's just a whole bunch of ponies and a cloven sitting around listening to Alexa read. This is great. I love this.
boy.
I sadly have another game I need to go to today, so
No,
we
that is
probably-
fine. I think that's a
Yeah.
good point to stop. There will be a point where
Yeah.
the room child will realise that it's probably stood there for too long and will have to
Yeah.
actually leave because he's probably going to be told off.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this was fun.
Well, once
Yeah.
once the child goes and the door closes, Milkthustle will say one final thing before session ends. I believe this can work. We will have to be patient. Patience will be our weapon. Such subtle subterfuge must be done with the highest level of discretion. If we're found to be sowing dissent, it will undo everything we're trying to accomplish. We must be careful.
As much as I don't enjoy your way of doing things, I think that's the best way.
Yeah, an outright assault one end well.
I plan to see that old fool dethroned by the Fortnite. I swear that by
Let's-
all the gods.
We have a home to get to, and he's not gonna keep us from.
Let's hope our patience doesn't punish us in the long run.
Hey, look to the others. For this to work, we're all gonna have to work together, despite our differences.
As we've done, we will carry on for now. Let us learn what we can of this history.
All right.
Can I just say the music popped in the perfect moment and Milk started talking.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, this was like it seemed to come way out of left field, but I like where the story has gone.
Yeah,
I think I realized something though. We could actually end the campaign here. If we were happy to just live out our lives peacefully without dying,
Yeah.
we could just be like, hey, I kind of like it here. The end.
but would that be a very suitable ending?
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, that would be breaking my oath. So,
Oh, trust me. Yeah, it would be breaking the hell out of Milk Thistle's oaths, too. Like,
Yeah.
Like-
That's the world refused to change ending.
Yeah, anybody that's got any kind of divine connection, but especially Milk Thistle and Wishful 10, we are not our entire selves right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this ain't cool. This is like in the season 5 premiere with Starlight ripping their cutie marks off.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happened to Milk Thistle and Wishful.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's my paladin and all over again where we went into the Feywild and entered the area. This old divine presence was cut off.
Oh, speaking of Deal, I just need to ask, since Alexandrite's kind of not a paladin at the moment, does he still feel that thing with his class abilities?
I don't think they are granted to you by a deity, so I think you are okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I was kind of curious about, because I was like, I think I just kind of go like, fuck it, I'm kind of my own person now.
Yeah. Double check the descriptions. If it says nothing about deities or worship, then you're all good.
Yeah, I will look at that again. So.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stop the stream here. So thank you for those who joined us.
Yes,
Thank you very much for joining us. Auf Wiedersehen!
Have a great day, guys.